Hello again, world. I guess on this session, I'm probably going to be going through and speaking to you on what I feel or how many shots at love and marriage a person should get. And I don't remember if I probably mentioned this in another video of mine, but I personally used to think that love is eternal, and I still do to an extent, and that marriage should be lifelong, forever, the whole nine yards, all that stuff. But then, to not contradict my own personal values and beliefs, I figure, well, to be fair, if I'm going to be I won't say passing judgment, but having my own opinion of someone, that I'll give that person three shots at marriage. And three shots. Why you say three? Well, I don't include being a widow in this because that typically doesn't really apply unless that's planned. I think they call that a homicide or a murder or something. Um, but the excuses that I always hear for failed marriages is that I was young, I was stupid, impulsive, etc. So I'll entitle everyone to a first marriage. If things don't work out, fine, so be it. They have their irreconcilable differences. Um, the second marriage, most people will probably say that it's a rebound marriage, that they're vulnerable at the time, they're not thinking, they just got out of one, they're lonely, so they're trying to find something to fill the gap. So they tied the knot a second time. So, and if they live happily ever after, so be it. And then, so because of the reasons that I've stated, you know, they go for their second divorce. So then the third one, what I guess I hear most people typically say is that the third one is what the first one should have been. So if that's the case, they got the excuse of, I was young, stupid, etc. That technically shouldn't apply. The second one, being off on the rebound, being vulnerable, all of that, they typically should have gotten that out of their systems. So the third one, after some maturing and growing up, and some life experiences, hopefully, maybe if some children's later, you would think that three time would be a charm. So that's where I'll leave it at that, because as much as I would like to have a one-time marriage, and happily ever after till death do us part, etc., etc. You know, it's I'm not perfect, and I may have irreconcilable differences with my current spouse, and I would like to believe that we're not going to have a really nasty breakup, that we can still continue to have, our relations, though in a non-marital manner, after the fact, and still correspond with each other. I like to believe that it's possible to be civil that way, but sometimes that may not always be the case. So, and with that, I like to give myself those three chances and three shots as well. So, I try not to be a hypocrite to my own values and belief in my own words. So, I guess that's where I'll leave the three shots at marriage for that one. I guess I have a question for my viewers and those who may happen to stumble across this video online. And this is more focused towards the ladies. how many of you are or would be willing to leave the modern city life and to go live in the countryside, possibly maybe a mud hut, working and plowing the fields with like a old-fashioned oxen wagon, and just living the simple life of growing your own food. You know, nothing too modern, but just getting back to a good old-fashioned, pioneering, I guess, frontier way of living. And even though it seems like it might be difficult in this day and age of technology, it's, I don't know. I guess, I don't know if I'm calling for students for this, but I guess a part of me romantically, the romanticism or the idealism of going back to a simplistic way of life, just having the fresh sunshine, the fresh air, waking up with the sun, even though personally I like to wake up at 10 and noon instead of at before dawn and daylight. I think it's a sin, but that's, just my own personal preference. And to basically just live somewhere near where there's a waterfall, there's a river, fields, green grass to, I don't know, be free, be liberated from the pollutions of the city, the politics, the evilness, the disgust of just all of the calamities that plague people, the insecurities. So I don't know. It seems like it would be tough to find a girl that would probably uh, throw up the city life and to go live a more simplistic ways in the countryside. So I'm trying to think what else can I add to my remaining 2 3 minutes here. I knew I had some more stuff, but huh, maybe I should leave that for next time. So I guess I will. So I'll see you next time, world.